What's up guys, VenomRB here. So this is just going to be a one-take video. I wanted to make this really fast. I'm also uploading another video tonight, so I'd recommend you check that out. But I figured I would just say this because this is kind of important about this car. So some of you probably know, some of you, most of you, know that this car broke the world's top speed record for a production car at 331 miles an hour at the best it hit and 316 average top speed. Now, a lot of people think the video was faked, and there's definitely some very good evidence it was fake. There's some evidence against it, but really right now I would say it looks far more likely that it was faked than it is real. I'm not sure if SSC will come back with any evidence, but at the moment it's not looking too good for this car. So should you get it? Because we saw Wescabar leaked a clip of this thing going 330 in testover, and a lot of people thought, well, maybe it will go 330, and then also there was like, then it would get the new chassis too, basically. The thing is, for one, the new chassis is terrible. Like, if you own a Jesco, like, you can't control it. It starts shaking all over. Now, I'm sure UD will fix that. Maybe if they were to add it. I hear they're fixing the Jesco, so we'll have to see how that goes. So for one, it's a risk buying this car at the moment because the new chassis on it could be terrible like it is on the Jesco. So we'll have to see if that gets fixed on the Jesco before, you know, you can say if this car is going to get ruined with the new chassis. The next thing is, if this goes 330 or even 316, this could potentially be the second best cash grinder in Ultimate Driving if it goes 330 and the stats stay the exact same. If it goes 316, it'll still be really high up there, maybe only behind a few cars, so maybe 3, 4, 5, somewhere in that area. Now, that's incredibly good, especially since if they upped the price, then you could get it for a really good deal now at $3.8 million. However, if it turns out that this car didn't actually hit the record, since they were going to buff it, you would also think that they would nerf it. So if it turns out that this car went about 280, which is what it seems like it did from the video, or even slower, that would be super bad because that would mean this car would get a nerf and would basically become a worse 1-to-1. So this could really go either way. This is interesting. So I'm not sure if I would recommend buying this car at the moment. As a matter of fact, I would say I would not recommend buying this car at the moment and seeing how this turns out, because this car could go really bad really fast. It could go good too, but I personally would not risk it. Even if it goes good and say SSC legitimately did it and then TTP buffed it to go 330 or even 316, the chassis could be absolutely horrible for a fair amount of time. You really never know. So I personally, at the moment, would not recommend getting this car because, well, for one, the top speed in real life was probably faked and it could only go like 280 or even lower. It literally could go way slower, which would make the car terrible. Or it could go faster and the chassis could suck and it could be terrible. Or, even the worst bit of it all, it could go slower and get the new chassis, so it'd be terrible for grinding then, and it would go really slow. So, yeah, I would not recommend getting this car. I figured I'd make this video because for the longest time I've always been like, yeah, get the SSC Tuatara. It's such a just good car for the price. But at the moment, I really would not recommend this car. Anyways, thank you all for watching this. Like I said, I'm going to have another video out tonight, so be on the lookout for that. But I figured I would just make this because, I don't know, I feel like people should know that maybe this is not a good car to get at the moment. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Venom out.